Getting to the next level in business is a bit like deciding to stop being fat. Let me tell you how. It's early 2020, before the entire world shut down, and I'm in a McDonald's with an important decision to make. I decided to get a large chicken and bacon wrap meal because that was my favorite thing, but I'm also stuck between getting 5 cheeseburgers or 3 cheeseburgers and 2 of these little snack wraps. After careful deliberation, I go for the second option, a little bit more variety today. And I come to the table with my friends on it, with my food, almost proud that I'm eating this much. After all, I'm tall, I'm 6'2", I'm broad-shouldered, and I'm also big-boned. I'm 105 kilograms, 230 pounds. I need more calories than these smaller people. But, you know, deep down, I think the weight offers me some sort of safety or protection psychologically. I'm obviously deluding myself, and at this point it had been going on for 2 years, and deep down in my mind, I do know what's going on. Every time I get home, I look in the mirror and I see less and less of the person I used to be. At 18, I used to have abs. I used to be really into the gym. And that person was a distant memory now. Fast forward a couple of months and it's the peak of the entire world shutting down. Everyone's at home, me included. I hadn't changed my habits much, and in fact, it's getting worse because I'm not going outside anymore. So my schedule is wake up in the afternoon, eat, play games all day, eat, go to sleep, and then repeat all of that the next day. But then my mum actually gets COVID, and she gets it pretty bad to the point where we have to keep checking her oxygen levels and her blood pressure to make sure that she's okay. And in that moment, I decide to check my blood pressure. So I put it on, pressed the button, and waited. And I waited for the number, and the number that came out surprised me. It surprised me so much that I had to take the reading again. And the second time, it wasn't much different. And I don't want to lie to you, but the first number, the higher number, was above 170 and the smaller number was above 110. And if you go online and look at how high that number is, it's like heart attack level high. And that was the moment all of the bullshit that I had been telling myself melted away, because I was 20 years old. I should have been at the peak of my health, yet I was basically dying. I'd love to say I took action immediately, but I didn't. The book inspired me to take action, so I read the book Can't Hurt Me, and that finally got me past the edge, and I started my weight loss transformation and went from 110 kilos to 79 kilos. When I made that decision, I crossed a moat in my head, and it changed my life forever, because after that fitness transformation, I used the discipline from that to start my first business, and basically, my entire life was built from it. There's a comfortable level of action for everyone, and for you, that might be making 1 video on YouTube a week. And for the fat person, it might be eating 5,000 calories a day, and the moat they have to cross is eating 4,000 a day. But the concept is the same. There's a ravine they have to jump over. Jumping over takes you to the next level, and it takes you beyond your level of comfort, even if your current level of comfort is already productive. Welcome to the channel. My name is Brian, and I help you make money from your hobby so that you can escape your job and not have to work it anymore, and basically have time and location freedom. That's my mission. So if you want to do that, you're ambitious like everyone else on this channel, subscribe. Imagine making money online is like jogging along a path, and the further along that path you get, the more money you make. But at certain points in that path, quite regularly, there's ravines. Ravines that you have to jump over. And what do most people do when they come across a ravine? They stop, or they turn back. They're scared to jump over it, and with that, they plateau. Sometimes forever. The ravine symbolizes a big mental barrier you have to break, something you have to do to get to the next level. It might be posting your first video, for example. If you've been posting YouTube videos consistently for a while, posting is just like walking along that path now. It's not really a high resistance task for me. I just wake up on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, pick an idea out of my list, and just make the video. It doesn't take any more than that. But the first video I made on this channel was a ravine that I had to cross. Because previously to that, with my channel that has 100,000 subscribers, I just posted videos about the stuff I made. There was nothing personal in it, my face was hardly in it. But this one is way more of that. There's way more stories from my life and I have to open up a lot more. And now posting these videos is my norm. There's also another thing about this ravine that not many people know about. And it's when you stop, the longer you wait, the more dirt starts falling off of the sides of the ravine into the ravine, and the ravine gets wider and wider the longer you wait. Because you start thinking of scenarios in your head. The longer you wait, the more you overthink and the more you catastrophize. And before you know it, that ravine might be too hard to jump over. You might have deluded yourself so much, just like I did. I basically convinced myself that eating that much was a good idea. And nothing could have stopped it except an event like my blood pressure being so high that I could have literally died in the next few years. So why wait that long, man? Jump while you still can, because what happens with the majority of the population is they never jump, and the longer they wait, 10 years, 20 years, that ravine gets so large that they just die at their current level. When you get to that ravine, be excited, because sometimes when you cross that ravine, you might be making 10 times more money than you were previously. Also, sometimes nothing happens, but the problem is you don't know until you cross. When I posted my first YouTube video, I crossed a ravine. When I posted my game, my Steam game that I'd worked 8 months on, I crossed a massive ravine, and that led to massive rewards. When I created this channel and when I got my first mentorship client on this channel, those were ravines too. And I promise I didn't plan this, but I'm actually crossing a ravine today as well. Today is actually the day I'm launching my product, which is called the Hobby Income System. And in it, I basically teach you everything you need to know to make money from your hobby so that you can quit your job. You can check the link out for it in the description. I've never launched something like this before, and it's quite a big step for me. So I will leave you with this. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. So make that leap, because it's always scary at first, but until you make the leap, you don't know what's gonna happen. It could propel you forward massively, or nothing might happen, but you won't know until you make that leap. Every ravine I've crossed in my life has helped me massively, even if I didn't realize it at the time. When I crossed that weight loss ravine, that ravine basically led to everything else, all of my online business success, and I didn't know that that's what was going to happen at the time. But the fact stands that if I didn't cross that initial ravine, this channel or my other channel wouldn't exist. I might still be in a job right now, so make the leap. See you next video.